Yeah, I was saying about the battery life, like even what Foster was saying. He's
Yeah.
got how many times has he actually? Because I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've only watched the last 2 or 3 that he's actually done. The Forcecast thing.
Oh, the Fozcast.
Well, I watched the Forcecast and then obviously he does that thing that he puts the
When it's-
GoPro at the
yeah.
back, but it feels like every time like you should have the second half of the game, and the second half of the game is just not there. And I can imagine the reason for that being the fact that the GoPro's died on him.
Yeah.
It's been a few times that the GoPro's died on him, or it's had to change the battery and so on.
Mm.
They should have like an adapter connected to it or something, like almost like an extensive battery. Like for me now, when I record it in my garage, I actually have the batteries plugged in straight into the mains, so it just never dies. Basically, my camera.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because I used to like go and record, and it always was the case like I'm not recording because the battery's not there. So I bought like a mains one, and that works better. Really with it. But we're back from spending, I think was it 200, 230?
Around about, yeah.
Yeah. So, what surprised you when we went to the till straight away?
What surprised me?
Yeah.
The fact that they recognise you.
Yeah, I know, that's the thing. Is just then, like, if any of you guys doing RA, and like, I'm thinking, like, if you're spending 200-300 quid a time doing RA, they're going to remember you. So don't think, just be honest. Last time I was completely honest. They actually asked me, like, what do you do? Like, oh, and I said, well, it's my hobby, really, now, buy and sell. Photos, I used to do it all the time, and then I even told them about how I now just sell under my own brand. Just make casual conversation, just like trying to, because then now like we bought multiples of some stuff. They didn't even bat an eyelid, did they?
No.
They didn't hesitate at all to sell it to us. And the stories, like I've heard a lot of people, like 2-3 weeks ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago, like we had the monitor service at level 60, and he picked up some amazing game finds, but you requested one. You can only order one at a time, so therefore you went and got a stock collection and got the £5 back, and you just spend the £5 if you wanted to. Well, I did that 7 times, and I went to the same shop, and they actually split transactions 7 times for me, so I actually saved 35 quid.
Oh, wow.
But there's other people that basically rocked up, then they only give them 1 voucher, even though they had 5 or 6 orders.
Wow.
So it just depends, like having that rapport with like your staff members really on it. And like I would never be able to do that in that game store in House of Fraser in Manchester.
Yeah.
In fact, like even if you say to me, like, let's go to the game now, I would only consider the one in Arndale, not the other one. It's just not worth it, the time and effort. But time and effort, what we went game, not bad. Maybe 100 quid profit, which wasn't bad at all really.
No.
And I should have also, I've recorded it too, so that's good. And I'll make sure that I have at the end, I should really be having at the end how much everything's actually sold for. So that was good, but then when Curry's, nothing, was it? Yeah. Sainsbury's, nothing. TK Maxx, potentially one thing, but then it would mean I'd have to queue up and be doing school traffic, and I'd rather not have school traffic. So we just left it, so really, we just went to game. And I guess that's the thing, is just like, imagine your job today was to go around the shops all day, and sometimes you have massive wins, sometimes you have massive losses. That's the thing with RA. With OA, you can just be sat having your coffee. You find something, you don't find something. And then you've got mine side now, which is the private label, which you're trying to sell your own brand. What's the problem with selling your own brand? It's like building that trust with the customer. So like the only time to get the trust of the customers is now if they're searching for something. My brand is the first thing that appears, so what costs money? The advertising. Check this guy out. So really now I'm running 7 different campaigns for 7 different products. Yesterday I was doing my working out basically and everything, because I basically every other Wednesday I do like a Helium 10 session, and we talk about private label with other people, or people that sign up through my link. And I actually said, oh, I must be close to like 40-50 Asians. I've got actually 50 different Asians that I've actually got my own brand on Amazon.
Right.
Which it was hard, and honestly, these last 2 months are gonna be hard all the way up to September, because I mean, you start in October, I've got the Amazon loan, 33k. that takes 3k of revenue each month.
Right.
So if I was doing OA and RA, that would have been perfect, and it was perfect all the way up to Christmas. But then I switched into buying stuff from China, so therefore my revenue is not that high because the 27,000 I spent, it's all in stock in China. I've still got 6,000 worth of stock to arrive. That's quite mad, really, if you're thinking about it. Really, and yeah, just it means that money's tied up into one project. And I've got till October, I've got 8k, and that's me finished paying the 33k. It just means the capital's a bit like tighter with it, and I just have to be a bit smarter with the way I pay yourself too. And I guess everything just happened for a reason. Like I was thinking of getting a unit, but imagine how having this now and then minus the 1,200. I'm going to do a whole video about it, but I generally think like if anyone is starting into Amazon and they want to do it on the side, I think you should go straight for private labeling instead of actually the OA and RA.
Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, and it's hard because obviously the OA and RA, you could do it on the side. First of all, it's not a side thing, it's like having another job. Yeah. It's very easy to get into, like obviously you get your money from it fairly fast for OA and RA. And then your instant reward, but imagine like for me, I'm thinking like as I was a teacher, like I was at 41k, decent salary. I should have really been putting away 200-300 quid a month and actually investing into a private product label, and then have it coming in, and then it is becoming a side hustle. It becomes a side thing, and not like voice break, and not like working towards something else. Because really, I've left the teaching job just to have another job. Yeah. Really now, haven't I? Like if I just do the private label, it'll almost feel like it is passive. Because really, I'm just ordering,
taking it in, collecting it.
Yeah, but that's it. Just like, and eventually, like now, the last couple of 3 transactions that I've had, I don't even see the item. I just send it straight into Amazon. Yeah. I recall one, take pictures, and then job's a good one. But I think, and I'm gonna make a whole video about it, talking about. I generally think like if you've got a decent salary, you should really just be focusing on private label on the side, maybe 500-600 quid at a time. Get a product every 4 months. Before you know it, you've got maybe potentially 1,500 just on the side from different products. Like I keep saying like today, I'm sorry. But yeah, the goal is 20 private label products, 300 quid a month. That gives me 6k, and I can just chill. I don't need more than 6k. I don't need it. What else am I going to do more than 6k? I'm going to do more than 6k. I can put money away from my private pension. So like, do you know how much you can put away each year?
I do actually. I should know it because I did a test on it. I know it's about $1 million is the maximum amount you can have away, but I can't remember the monthly.
Yeah, so a yearly you can put away 40k. Yearly, so 40k. So SIPP. You can put 40k, and also you can put more than that. But if the business puts the 40k away, it's actually tax deductible. Sorry for the abrupt stop, really, for us. But yeah, as I was actually saying, I'm talking to my brother in regards to different tax things. And if you have got any questions, or if you want to actually get a specialist e-commerce tax accountant, awesome are the ones I've been using for the last 2 years. They've taken me from a self-employed person all the way to a business being VAT registered, completing now what is my 4th VAT return with them too. It really has actually changed the way I do and run my e-commerce business. And if you click the link below in the description, you can get 100 quid off their services with them. So back in the car. So like, so say for example, I decide to put £2,000 away. Well, I'm saving 19%, 19.5% of 2,000. I'm not paying tax. It just goes straight into it. So I think what I'm going to be starting doing over the next couple of months is I'm going to, obviously the goal is to get a Tesla, and I will get a Tesla, but I'm actually going to try, instead of actually going for the Tesla now, which I could afford it really in reality, I'm going to start paying myself the SIPP. And then if that's very comfortable, then I can get the Tesla. I mean, the reality is I very much would like it and I can afford it, but maybe it's too early, you know what I mean? Would it help the business? It wouldn't help the business. It would be a good attaboy for me, but it wouldn't help the business me having a Tesla in the slightest. What will it do? Look at that wee kid. Dear me. Yeah, it wouldn't help the business at all. My ego will feel better. That's about it. So now imagine now, it's hot, isn't it? Like, it's hot, what's 20 degrees? Imagine you now going to Middlebrook.
Exactly.
And doing the same thing at Middlebrook, and then after that going to Bolton. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Some people get a thrill of it.
Well, so, yeah, exactly, that's the thing. Some people get a thrill of it, that's the thing too. Some people love it. And...
well, so I think
you make this, as I said, you've got the best sell-through rate. Our rate's got the best sell-through rate. I don't want to say whatever. You don't need advertising. It's instant. Our rate is by far the best sell-through rate with it. But I'm not in a position now to be doing that. With having Sophia, like enjoying my time, there's no way I could be doing that every day. Like going out for an 8-hour shift, driving around. No way.
Also, at the point with the Tesla is like I can drive as well. And I can go to, like, you don't need like the big Tesla to pick up. But like,
exactly,
worst comes to worst, we take my car and your car at the same time.
You don't need anything, you know what I mean? You don't need a Tesla, let's be honest. Nobody that has a Tesla needs a Tesla. It just feels nice. Simple as, isn't it? Like, that's it. I test drove it and it was lovely. But I'll get one. I'll still get one. I'll still get one. Even if it doesn't make sense or anything, I'll still get one.
Oh, you only live once.
Eh?
You only live once.
I know. I'll get it. I will get it. It's a goal for myself. I've always wanted it. Speaking to, you wouldn't know about it, Callum from Arbysource, he said the same thing. He's like, I'll get one. I'll get one. I'll get one. Yeah, I guess I've got to educate you with all the different guys. So like Arbysource, basically, they've created a software that you scan all the websites and provide you with leads. And he just launched in America too. Which is amazing. What a great guy he is, actually, to be fair. He's packed his job in. He used to work quite in a really good financial company, and he's packed his job in and doing this now. Mad. More building work. That's the other thing I wanted to get into, properties and houses. And I'm like, if you're renting a property, that can get you what, 600-700 quid a month, say, for example. You've got a capital, you've got to put in.
You've got to put in money in order to get back.
If I put 20-30k into private labelling, I could be getting like, what, another 20-30k.
I can see the appeal of houses.
Yeah, 100% is always going to be there.
Because it's a rising market.
And I think I will eventually get into properties. It's just like, there's no rush for it when I could actually build a private label, get to a stage where I can just have that much money that I couldn't spend it. Then I'd probably go into the properties. Are they crossing the street or not? No. I thought they were crossing the street there.
Casually sitting in the bush.
No, I'm wallflower. I'm going to Siggy to himself there. 16 year old having a Siggy.
No.
What time does... It's 3:45 or 2:45?
2:45.
Right, I'm going the other way. I don't want to go through school traffic. Oh, dear me. Episode 1, that's it. It's not bad. Episode 1, going out, I think. Hopefully we can start doing that, like, more regularly, going out. Do one trip. If we get to do this, and then obviously people watching the RA, and then whoever wants to be doing, maybe they can listen to this to drive to work. God help you. Well, if you want to listen to this and you drive to work,
get yourself a cheeky little Spotify.
Me and my brother, I know, right? Well, you can upload a podcast for free.
Yeah, I know that, but it's just
who would pay me to listen to me?
Nick.
Between me and you, they'll have an interpreter. I bet people have got subtitles between you and me here listening to this. Seriously, I bet.
Oh, with a mixed up accent, Scottish, Bolton.
Dear me, I'd be surprised if anyone can understand us on the way with this. Well, best thing, guys, about RA now is I don't even need to actually take the stickers off or anything.
That's my job.
Yeah, exciting.
Yeah.
Better than stacking shelves, though.
That's very true. That's very true.
Better than stacking shelves. Right, episode 2 is a wrap.